Hello there guys, James here. Today I'll be sharing with you my usage experience of CAFX 3.0 for the Poco F1. The build date is 22nd of November 2021 and I will not be doing my full review on this ROM. I will tell you guys later in this video. This is going to be a quick video of this ROM. I will only go through the obvious things, so let's get started. The first thing is yes, SafetyNet does pass with and without root. But let's talk about the obvious stuff. I really like this ROM for what it brings to Android 12. It brings a lot more polish, brings a lot more optimization to Android 12. It adds some basic features like this auto brightness toggle, which did not used to be present in the previous builds, and even in a lot of other custom ROMs that is still not there. That is a really welcome thing, and a lot of customization has also been added. You have your Material You customization inside the themes, but I'm not sure what everything does, so I have not touched it. You also have a lot of customization under the display settings. You have your fonts, your display size and everything. Another basic feature that is present in this ROM is pocket mode, which also did not used to exist in the previous version. So now the phone does not wake up randomly in your pocket and try to unlock. And in some areas this ROM even surpasses Google, it even exceeds Google standards. If you expand the volume panel, now this feels like a volume panel that has been designed with Material You in mind. It has the chunkier sliders and all that. But even in the Pixel 6 port of Wolfgang, which is a port of the Pixel 6, the volume panel is not that, it is from the previous version. Even all the settings, all the customization settings that they have added, so that I really like. The visuals are really nice. You also have your MI Extras app inside these settings, which the default profiles have changed to balanced V2. You also have your per app performance and thermal profiles. I have decreased the strength of the vibration motor from here, which makes it feel better. So yeah, customization is also very good. General performance is very good. Good app launch speeds and no problems there. Gaming performance is also really good, especially with the per app, the custom performance and thermal profiles. I did play New State in this and it felt good playing that. It is a heavier game than PUBG Mobile, but yeah, it runs well with the gaming settings. The battery life I have not measured properly. I only measured in one cycle. After that, I only charged to 80% and I will tell you guys why. I'm not reviewing this ROM fully in its current state because there are some bugs that do annoy me a bit. The first one is the location spamming. So if you turn on location in this ROM, it will keep accessing the location permission like literally every minute. And even if you are watching a video, the location indicator just spams on the edge of the screen. It is quite annoying. You will notice it throughout this video. I only turned it on right now because I kept it off. This is one of the ROMs where I have to keep it off. That is something I have to consider. Usually when I install a ROM, the location is something that I do not even consider. I just leave it on. Another thing that is a little bit annoying is long press actions take a bit of time to load up. I don't know why it is happening. It loads up only after like a split second. So all those minor bugs are there, but the one that keeps me from using this ROM as a daily driver is the quick settings panel. I'm going to turn on my mobile data. And when I expand the quick settings location again, when I expand my quick settings, it does not update the mobile data toggle. If I expand the panel, it does update. Every time it does require you to expand the panel so that it updates the status of the icons. I turned off mobile data now. Mobile data is off. You can confirm it by this here. Everything is off, but still it is showing as though if it is turned on. It is the case with many of these toggles here. And just prior to shooting this video, even if I expand it, it was not working properly. Yeah, you will see it now. Even if I expand, it is not graying out. And prior to taking this video, the battery saver toggle was glitchy. I can turn it on, but it does not highlight. It will show that battery saver was off. I had to long press on the icon, go to battery saver and turn it off manually. Bug of this quick settings panel is something that is of a big annoyance to me. That is the thing that is really keeping me away from this ROM. So that is why I am waiting out this ROM. I will wait to review the next update of this ROM. So for now I am keeping from doing a full review of this ROM. Apart from this bug, everything else is fine. The performance, customization, the battery life, and the battery life is good. I have not tested it thoroughly, but every other aspect is fine. And this bug is something that is of major annoyance. So yeah. So that has been it guys. That has been my usage experience of this ROM. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and see you guys in the next one.